Hot cocoa with whipped cream. Coming right up. So, how was your sleepover at Tommy Geller's?
It was really cool, Mom. We made a tent in the playroom and we bunked down in sleeping bags.
That is cool.
Hey, Mom, are you gonna bring some hot chocolate out to Bobby?
Why would I do that? Bobby's not here yet.
Yes, he is. We saw him sleeping in his truck when Mrs. Geller dropped me and Kirk off.
Where is Kirkland, by the way?
Hello? Are you up there?
Morning. What are you up to?
I'm looking for my friend.
Your friend. Well, maybe I can help you find your friend. What's he look like?
Hey, little man. Would you do me a favor? Would you go inside and tell your mommy that Uncle Jake is here?
Okay.
My, Mr. Reno, it seems to me that you've started your manual labor awfully early this morning.
Yeah, I just woke up.
Come again?
Well, I spent the night here last night, Jake.
Are you positive? I see. Yes, I'll be in touch.
Who was it?
The firm. The private investigators, they didn't get to the airport in time.
They've left the country?
Yes. Sad to say, Maggie is on her way to Spain, even as we speak.
Well, she's made another mistake. Because I don't think Raphael has any other interest except her money.
I suppose it's my fault.
So what's up? What's up?
I was able to get some of the preliminary test results from some of the tests that we ran, including the CAT scan.
And?
First, I want to tell you that we were able to remove the bullet.
Come on, John. Don't give me the good news here. What's wrong with my legs? Why can't I feel them?
There was an awful lot of damage.
Just tell me the truth, please, okay? Why can't I feel anything in my legs? What's going on?
It still may be too soon to know for sure.
John, please. Forget you know me. Just talk to me like you talk to one of your patients. Please.
We removed the bullet. It was very difficult, but we were able to get it.
And that's good.
That's great.
Okay. So what's wrong? Why can't I feel my legs? Why?
Dr. Slater, who is the neurosurgeon, he and the chief of neurology work together on this. They're the best, Charlene. There is an incomplete hemisection of the spinal cord at D12.
Which means what?
The paralysis that you're experiencing, it may only be temporary. There's even a possibility at some point that it may completely reverse itself.
But it might be permanent, right? Is that a possibility?
There's still an awful lot of swelling, Charlene.
Just when are they going to know for sure?
There's no way to tell right now. It's just too soon.
John. How bad is this?
I wish I had some good news.
It's not happening to me. This is not happening to me. This is not happening to me.
Charlene, come on. Charlene, come on. Please. Don't do this. You've got to be strong.
But if I can't use my legs, I don't think I can live like that.
We don't know that for sure. Come on, you've just been through an extremely dangerous operation, and your body's just started to heal. Come on, try to be optimistic.
Okay, you're right. I mean, you can't have Gregory see me like this. Oh my God, Gregory.
He's okay. He's okay. He spent the night at Cass's. I just talked to him. I told him that you'd be all right.
I don't want him to worry about me.
No. And don't you worry about him. Okay, I'll take him tonight. Felicia has an extra room. He can stay there.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want him to be with family.
Well, he'll be with me,
No,
Charlene. He's bound to have more questions. He should be with me.
Okay. All right, if you want to be with him, then you have to be at Michael's.
You want to run that by me again?
What part didn't you understand?
You telling me that Vicky let you spend the night here last night? What?
Relax, McKinnon. I spent the night in my truck. Man, you're easy.
Your truck, I knew that. It must have been a, what, this time, a broken gas line?
No. Rhonda's running fine. I actually spent the night here last night because I wanted to keep an eye on things.
When did watchdog become part of your job description there, Mr. Reno?
When I decided it should. Jake, I don't need to explain myself to you.
Oh, good. If Vicky needs any protection, she'll get it from you. You know something? I'll bet she didn't even know you were here last night.
Right you down. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. That was unnecessary, but it was very sweet of you.
It's not a problem. Good morning, Jake.
Big mug I've got, Mr. Reno. The guy spends the night here. I mean, talk about overprotective. What?
Sounds a little like someone else we know, wouldn't you say?
So you all ready? I mean, you're packed. You ready to move out to Dodge?
Look, I don't know why I'd pack when we aren't going to stay overnight.
Why, we could spend the night. What are you talking about? It's no big deal.
Look, the big deal is...
You're talking about Kirkland's special friend, right? I mean, he's just figuring out that he has an imagination.
The sleepover did go well.
Right. And in no time, his imaginary friend will be gone, and he'll be, like, cruising for chicks.
Hey, wait, please. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
All I'm trying to say is that it's nothing to worry about.
I don't know. Maybe I've been overreacting a little bit.
Yeah. So what are you saying? Should I pack my toothbrush?
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay, wait. I still have to call Mom and see if she'll watch The
Are you
Boys.
kidding me? Donna loves those kids.
Well, aside from a little dehydration, a few abrasions, I say you're going to be perfect.
What?
Josie Watts.
Okay, don't you think we should save this till we get home?
Probably. Listen, you gotta play along with me, though, all right? Don't make it obvious.
What are you talking about?
Take a look who's waiting for me in the squadron. All right, now look, it's very important that Grant and I have a chance to talk alone, all right? So you gotta go in there and keep McNamara busy.
I'll do my best.
Good. In the meantime, I'm gonna find out if Grant was working with Mercer.
Ow! Oh, you son of a... If you're looking for Victoria, she's gone for the night.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Did she say where?
She went to some godforsaken coal mining town with Jake McKinnon.
That would be Lassiter.
That's it.
For the night?
I just said that, didn't I?
You don't approve.
It's her life.
You know, you should take my advice. Running away from the truth never works.
Mr. Hutchins, I really don't need any philosophy right now. I'm tired, I've had it up to here, and I've got work to do.
Oh, that can wait. Oh, would I were where I would be, there would I be where I am not. For where I am, I would not be. Where I would be, I cannot.
Well, what does that mean?
I'll spell it out for you. Victoria. You're carrying her in your heart. Any fool can see that.
What are you doing? What are you doing? We get to Lassiter, you suddenly decide you have to hotwire a car?
Still, I've almost got this.
No, stop it. We are not kids anymore. Jake.
I have not lost my touch, and we can be kids for just one night, all right?
No, I am a mother now. You see, I have to set a good example.
Your kids are not here. Would you just relax?
What am I going to tell them when we go to prison?
I think that was about 30 seconds. I beat my own record.
Listen to me.
Yes!
Grand Theft Auto.
Listen to me. Get in the car.
No, Jake, stop it. I'm not getting in the car. We're going to be arrested. We're going to get thrown into jail. What am I going to tell my kids?
How can you take a trip down memory lane if you don't go for a joyride? Get in the car.
This is the police. Step away from the car. Put your hands in the air.
Just like old times, McKinnon. Shut up. You better come up with something right about now.
How?
I don't know. Just tell him that we're visiting. We have our own car. It was just a prank.
We're visiting, and we have our own car, and this was just a...
Officer, I'm sorry. There's really been some kind of a misunderstanding.
Save it, Vicky.
Huh? You know me?
Surprised I didn't recognize you two earlier. Jake McKinnon and his girlfriend, Vicky. Surprised you two weren't in jail or dead by now.
Schmidt.
J. Schmidt? Schmitty?
Schmidster? You remember him? He used to be the hall monitor in high school.
Come on, you used to catch us skipping class and then you'd turn us in. Rat
Hey,
us.
I figured out it was you two that put the green gelatin in the school pool.
Nobody ever proved that.
Well, everything seems to be in order.
Huh?
Thanks for nothing.
Jimbo! Since you own a heap like this, McKinnon, I see you haven't changed much either. Stay out of trouble if you can.
Huh? Own it?
What? There was a time when you weren't so fussy about stuff like that, all right?
You own this rat trap? That is unbelievable.
No, I bought it so that you and I could relive the old days.
You are too much.
Yeah, isn't it wild that, ironic that Schmidt was the one that caught us, and he's a cop now?
No, it's totally predictable, like everything else in Lassiter.
God, he was dying to throw us in the slammer, wasn't he?
You know, something just reminds me why I couldn't wait to get out of here. I mean, all these memories, they just come rushing back, and, I don't know. It was a long trip for a cheap thrill. Let's go home.
No. You promised me that you would spend the night with me here. Besides, I have some other things I'd like to show you.
I really wish you would stop talking about Victoria like
Am I intruding?
Yes, you are. Vicky's a great lady, but her life has got nothing to do with mine.
Up until now.
I'm looking out after her like I said I would.
And I'm very grateful.
Good. Then let's leave the hearts and flowers stuff out of it. That's... McKinnon has got that stuff covered.
Look, I'm very fond of Jake, but he's certainly not worthy of her.
That's her decision, isn't it?
Well, why don't you give her something to think about? Give her an option.
God, you're getting on my nerves.
What, are you going to give up? You're going to give without trying, without a fight?
I fight when I've got something something to fight for, all right? There's nothing going on between myself and Victoria except for the obvious.
And that is?
I'm fixing her house.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
And you're keeping an eye out for Grant?
Yes, I am. Look, I'm done here, all right? I'm had it. I need a beer. I'm gonna go to Sassy's. You wanna come with me? I have some things I need to discuss with you.
Well, that's very kind.
All right. Give me a minute.
Dad.
Dad, I'm right here. Mr. Hutchins? What is it?
Oh, nothing, Dad. Nothing at all.
All right, well, let's go get that beer.
Come on in, have a seat. You're just the person I wanted to see.
Oh, really? And why's that, Captain?
Just finished reading your statement concerning the shootout with Cody Mercer.
Well, I hope it was satisfactory.
Josie, situations don't get much tougher than the one that you and Gary found yourselves in. You handled yourselves admirably, both of you.
Thank you, sir.
You think your fiancé has room on his chest for another medal?
Yeah, always.
Good.
So, what's it going to be for?
Citation for bravery.
Well, that's great. That's incredible.
He's in the squad room now. Why don't we go tell him?
You know what, Captain? I want to ask you.
Yeah.
If Gary's getting one, I know he's going to be thrilled about that. How about me? Am I going to get a citation too?
Well, Josie, you certainly deserve one, but I can't decorate an ex-officer who's no longer on the force.
No, I suppose not. Well, what if I was back on active duty?
What are you telling me? Are you ready to be a cop again?
Grant, let me start out by saying that I am very pleased Cody Mercer's dead. And I'm thankful you were in the right place at the right time.
Yes, well, it was a terrifying ordeal for all of us.
Hey, no.
Is that all you wanted to say, Lieutenant?
No, actually, you know, I only have a few things that I want to cover. It should only take a couple minutes. You can sit down if you like.
You know, if the police insist on continuing to question me, perhaps I should phone my attorney.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary at all. This is really just for our records.
Well, I was already grilled by Captain McNamara.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, it must have been really scary when Mercer called you.
When he phoned, my blood ran cold.
So he did call you?
Yes, I explained that.
Where did he call you from? Was it from Oklahoma or from Mexico?
As I told the captain, I received a call from Cody Mercer, and it terrified me.
Right.
I hung up, and I decided to leave my apartment. When I did, he was waiting for me outside.
Oh, that means he was in your building.
I guess.
Must have really hurried up those stairs. That's not important because, you know, you had a tap on your phone at the time, so we've got a record of the call.
Well, actually, you don't. I never got around to getting a private tap on my phone.
You got a killer after you, and you don't take any precautions. You got a lot of guts, man.
You know, that'll be all, Lieutenant.
No, hey, listen, Grant, there's no reason to rush off. You saved Josie's life twice, and I feel like I need to repay you in some way.
Oh, please, that won't be necessary.
Listen, if there's anything you need, I mean, if there's some kind of paper trail that would seem to link you to Cody Mercer, tell me about it. I'll take care of it for you.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that if there's any evidence that makes it seem like you knew what Mercer was up to before it happened, I can get rid of it for you. No questions asked. All you gotta do is tell me where it is.
Once I realized Mercer was back in town, I figured I had a good chance of negotiating with him. After all, it worked the first time.
Yeah, it worked for both of you, didn't it?
Excuse me?
Gary, Gabe and I have something that we would like to talk to you about.
Lieutenant, I hope your conversation with Mr. Harrison is of a personal nature.
Yes, sir, it absolutely is.
Because I will be doing all official questioning.
I understand.
Is that right? Your officers here has been encouraging me to confide in him, Gabe.
About what?
He seems to be under the impression that I'm in concert with Cody Mercer, that I somehow helped to orchestrate that psycho's return to Bay City. Did you put him up to that, Gabe?
Certainly not.
You take me for a fool, Lieutenant? Asking me to incriminate myself? Treating me like some common street thug?
I don't like what I'm hearing, Lieutenant.
I resent your insinuations, Lieutenant. You'd best keep your men in line, Gabe.
I had him. I was...
With what? Coercion? If Harrison was involved with Mercer, and I do mean if, you just set us back 10 steps.
So you didn't get any proof that he was working with Cody Mercer?
No. Not as yet. I won't rest until I do.
Mr. Hutchins, I thought you were a smart man. I thought you had your priorities straight.
I do.
Cheers. Cheers. It doesn't seem like you're playing it smart, though.
Why do you say that?
Because you're letting your anger at Grant Harrison get ahead of your marriage. I mean, you already broken your promise that you made to your wife.
Well, I can see who you've been talking to. Look here, I've tried my very best to stay away from Mr. Harrison.
How long do you think it's going to be before your wife figures out you've been lying to her?
I'm very touched that you care about my life with Rachel, and yes, it's true. I have kept things from her, not lies exactly. I tend to avoid specificity.
Yeah, like I said, you lie when it's convenient.
When a man is protecting his family, a lie will be forgiven. In fact, when a man's protecting his family, a lie may be necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can understand that.
Well, it makes little difference whether you do or not, because at the end of the day, we must all live with ourselves. To thine own self, be true.
Mm-hmm.
You think of yourself as being honest to yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I say you're living a lie. You're not true to yourself. And that's the one kind of lie that can never be forgiven.
What are you talking about?
The lie you tell yourself when you say that you feel nothing for Victoria.
But the prayers, they go unanswered.
Cindy Lou's fries. Nothing like them.
No, there's none better.
I mean, it's almost worth the drive down here just to taste them again.
Still upset that the Kingpin was closed. I was kind of looking forward to, you know, some bowling.
I'll tell you, I've had just about all the calories and nostalgia I can take for one night. Let's go home.
You're not having a good time.
I'm having a great time. It's just, miss the boys and the house. It has a very high cozy factor. You have to admit
Very
that.
true.
I mean, we could be sitting in front of the fireplace right now, listening to music.
You're cold, that's what it
No,
is.
I'm fine. Not cold. It's a beautiful night. I just miss...
Vicky, it's all gonna be there when we get back. Hey, do you remember when I carved our names in that tree?
Yep. We said we wouldn't come back to Laster until we were on top of the world.
Yeah. And I thought that meant having all the money.
We were so young. We had so much to learn.
Do you know something? We had something that most people spend their entire lives looking for.
What do you mean?
We had each other. We had friendship. We had trust. I mean, we were almost like one person. How many people do you know that dip their fries in mayo?
Other than me?
Mm-hmm.
2. You and Ryan.
This is about us. Okay? It's about 2 kids who had nothing and turned their lives into something.
We have big dreams.
And I still got them.
No. Come on.
What?
Don't tell me. You're going to get some tricked out Winnebagger. You're going to drive across the country and pretend to be a country western singer. Is that right? That's right.
No.
Are you going to buy the mayor's house?
No, I'm not going to do that.
What? Tell me.
Do you remember the time that we snuck into the Stones concert?
Oh, come on.
Got backstage.
One of the best nights of my life.
Yes, you were a very happy lady that night.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so good to be on the inside, you know, not to be shut out, even if we were just watching.
There were thousands of people there that night, and you stood out. I mean, you were lost in the music and the lights. It looked like there was a halo around you. You were beautiful. I never told you this, but I remember thinking that Mick Jagger was gonna steal you from me. I still can't figure out why he didn't.
Who says he didn't?
Would you? What? You know, that was rude.
I'm
you know
just
that?
kidding.
I remember that night I promised myself that I was gonna have more money than Mick. Of course, that never came true, but I had. I've done a lot better than I expected.
Well, luckily, I'm not impressed by stars anymore, except the ones up there.
You are even more beautiful tonight. Hey! I don't know what it was that first drew me to Rachel. Her beauty, her capacity to enjoy life, her artistry, all of those things, but there was something else. When she looked at me, I could no longer hold up the walls I'd built around myself, and I didn't want to. I became defenseless.
And?
Well, I resisted. My God, did I resist, just like you're resisting now. And back then, everything was not as clear to me as it is now. I didn't know why she kept popping up in my mind. I didn't know why the feelings that she stirred in me, I couldn't put them to one side, couldn't suppress them. So eventually I followed them, and I found a happiness that I never knew existed.
Well, it sounds like Rachel had a hell of a thing for you.
Oh, on the contrary. At the time, she despised me. And with good reason. Look, I know I'm speaking out of turn, and this is none of my business, but it's with your best interests at heart. Victoria is special, and her love is too precious to ignore.
Yeah, well, you know. Look, take your own advice, all right? Go home. If Grant causes any trouble for Vicky, I'll be there. I'll take care of it.
And the rest?
Well, I'll take care of that, too. Good night, Mr. Hutchinson. Hey, darling, you feel like dancing?
Why, sure, honey.
All right, let's put something in the juke you like.
Whatever you want me to do, I will do it for you. Whatever you want me to be.
Vicky, just tell me what I'm supposed to do. How am I supposed to help you?
No true confessions, okay?
Well, you know, I just have to say this.
Can't get you to stop, can I?
No! You know, in spite of all my insults recently about coal dust, this place is not that bad.
This place, Lassiter, is a dump.
But it's our dump. It's our dump. It's what we are. It's bred in this. I mean, there's no way that we can change it, and it makes you appreciate what it is that you get in life. You know, I never believed that people could change. You know, I mean, for real, deep down where it counts.
Ryan changed me.
Oh, and then.
Rachel changed Carl.
Okay, what I meant to say was that I didn't think that I could change.
Oh, I see. You're a very special case.
But I have changed.
Yes, you have.
I mean, in the last couple months, I feel more like myself. I mean, I feel different.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it, and so have the boys.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I never thought that anyone or anything could change me. I mean, Paulina couldn't, and God knows she tried.
And God knows you fought her every step of the way.
And after we broke up, I felt like I changed without even trying. Unless you think that's wishful thinking.
I think it's real. I've seen it. There's a kindness and a gentleness to you that I haven't seen before. And I see it now, and I like it.
It's because of you.
I don't know how. I'm usually a pretty bad influence.
No, you understand when... I
just saw the way that you were there for Kirkland and Stephen when Ryan died, and I realized that there was something that I didn't have.
Well, I know how much you've always wanted a family, Jake.
A future. You know, I always wanted to have an idea of what my life was going to be like 10 years from now, and who was going to be by my side. You know, I always, that kind of...
I know what you mean. I'll tell you something. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that there are absolutely no guarantees in life.
There are guarantees. I guarantee you I love you, Vicky.
Would you excuse me for a moment? Ignore him, Carl.
But I have no assurance that he won't come after me.
Remember what you said to me. Remember what matters most.
I want justice for my son.
At what price?
Stop spreading lies about me.
I don't tell lies, sir. It's you, sir. You're the criminal.
I'm a criminal. Your crimes far outweigh mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you really want this man to walk amongst us? You know who this is? I mean, you've all read about him in the papers. This man's a convicted killer. Yes, he is. This is the man who invited his old prison buddy, Cody Mercer, right back here to Bay City. How about that?
Carl,
huh?
Don't say anything more.
2 brave police officers nearly lost their lives because of this man. One young officer, the flower of the force. He shot and killed him. Shot him in the back. Yeah, I don't feel particularly safe even being in the room with such a man.
Carl, enough, all right? Enough.
The world should know. Why can't these people, why can't they know the truth, huh? Yeah, I can.
Hey, stay here. All right, I'll deal with this. Just stay here. This isn't good for any of us.
Keep him away from me. I won't be responsible for my actions.
Yeah. You can keep the others silent, but you won't silence me.
Go home, okay? If he wants trouble, I'll deal with it. Go home, Carl. Please.
All right. Yes, I'll go. But you're not to do anything rash. Or do you think I can just switch it off? Going home, ease my way back into love and affection and comfort. Well, I know that this animal's still walking free.
So, all that talk about you joining up with the force again, was that just for Gabe's sake, you know, to stall him, or is there any truth to that?
I think a little bit of both. It is something I have been thinking about, though.
Well, that's great. That's great news, don't you think?
Yeah, I do. I just realized that I had it all backwards. I was letting Cody Mercer and Fax Newman take precedent over all the things that are good in my life.
Well, that's because they were trying to take your future away from you. And listen, I know what it's like to go out there and put yourself on the line day after day after day. It's tough.
But you do it. So does Joe and Gabe and cops everywhere.
We do it because we feel we can make a difference. And if you don't think that way, then you're working from ground zero.
Well, that's exactly where I was.
Yeah, but you're not there anymore, right?
I'm not sure. I do love my work, though. I realized that today when I came in here. I feel like I belong here. I've never felt a part of something like I do here.
Yeah, I know. I was having a very difficult time swallowing the fact that you were going to be happy when you left here.
Well, even though I may want to come back, the reasons I left are still here.
What do you mean?
I still feel vulnerable.
Sweetheart, that's okay. You're supposed to feel that way. It's going to make you a better
It's not okay if I put other officers at risk.
Well, you're not going to do that because you know yourself better now. You're going to be careful.
Okay. There is something else, though. This timing is the worst. You know, I mean, this is a huge, great thing that could come into my life, and it's happening at the same time that my mother is lying paralyzed in hospital.
John said that's temporary.
Well, he said that it might be a long time before she can walk again, and there isn't a guarantee.
Josie, you can't put yourself through this, all right? You can't second-guess this stuff. You got to wait until the facts come in from the test.
Well, I just feel like maybe I should put this off, you know, at least until I know more.
No, I don't think your mother would want you to put it off. She's had a lot of concern about your career.
Gary, it feels so selfish to want this and to want to be happy and to want us to get married when my mother is suffering so much.
Listen, your mother will be happy knowing that you are happy because she loves you. She's not keeping score.
What? Okay. Take it.
That's my gun.
Take it. It's not loaded. I want to see you handle it.
You okay?
We'll see. Cody Mercer. Well, I didn't think I'd have to look at his face anytime soon.
I think that's been there long enough.
No, Gary, hang on. Leave it there. Okay. You can take it down now.
Good. Put him where he belongs. You did it. You beat this thing. No more shaking.
Watts, it's time for you to be what you were meant to be. Are you ready to come back to the force? Are you ready to be a cop again?
You looking for trouble, or are you just trying to make yourself out to be the hero again?
You talking to me, Rena?
Yeah, I am. I'm letting you know that either way, I'll take you on.
I wouldn't soil my hands.
Hey.
Hey.
You feel like dancing?
I would love to, but maybe another time. There is a really nasty smell in this place now. Excuse me.
Rachel, it's Grant. I'd like to continue our conversation tonight. No, not on the phone. In person. Thank you.
Of course you love me. I'm your best friend.
I'm not talking about as a friend. I think you know that. But what? Look at me. I love you, Vicky. I love you. That feels so incredible for me to say that. Look, don't be afraid of that.
Not afraid of it. Not. I love you too.
But
I can't talk about this right now. Would you push me?
Jake?
You just push me. Push me that the whole world just becomes a blur and the stars are so close I can just grasp.
You remember that movie where Jimmy Stewart said that he'd lasso the moon for Donna Reed? I'd do that with you, Vicky.
What are you doing here? I gotta ask you the same thing. I'm here to see Rachel. Now get the hell out of my way.
You'll have to go through me first. And I'd be happy to teach you a lesson.
Why am I here? What draws me to this place?
I know that there's no amount of money in the world or nothing you want more than the love that you had with Ryan, and I could give you that if you'd just give me a chance. I'm sorry. I know how much that hurts to bring up Ryan and make you realize everything that you lost when he died.
Trying to take it one day at a time.
That's good.
Figure out where I'm headed.
That's good. I mean, you take as long as you need. I mean, I just want to help, Vicky.
You already are.
No, but I mean, I want to help make some concrete plans like we used to do right here when we were kids.
I don't know. Somehow I just don't think stealing hubcaps and door knockers is going to change my mood.
Well, come on, give me some credit here. I mean, you just admitted that I'm sensitive. I mean, I think I could do a little bit better than vandalism. That's what the little concert was all about.
Wait
there.
a minute. I'm sorry. You think I'm being ungrateful?
Yes.
It was wonderful. It was somewhat overwhelming.
You know, I think I brought you here to show you that I'm not a loser anymore. And that I'm someone that you can count on. Because I really believe that I've changed.
You know what? I guess I was just thinking about how we were. We were so wild and so fearless. Hey, do you remember when we came here and we buried Houdini the hamster? It seems like so long ago.
We were just miserable kids. We didn't know anything except that life had more for us than this place could offer.
And it did.
What are you talking about? It still does. Come on, Vicky. You haven't tapped into your potential. Neither have I. I brought you here to show you that the world is never what you expect it to be. It goes on, you know. It changes. You know something? We change with it. You know, I don't know if I can ever take away your pain or your loneliness, but I'd like to try. Vicky, I am so full of love. And I'd like to give all of it to you. I love you. I always have. Will you? Will you
Looking for a thrill on Saturday night? It's here, the all-new NBC Saturday Trilogy. Dark Skies, The Pretender, Profiler. 3 all-new shows guaranteed to keep you on the edge of your seat. The all-new NBC Saturday Trilogy.